On what is beginning to be a big scam. DGCA officials now are also under the scanner in the fake pilot scam. Questions raised over senior DGCA officials accused of misusing their position and allegedly favouring those related to them. They've been accused of promoting their kin into private airlines. This includes retired and serving DGCA officers who are under the scanner. Questions also raised over the eligibility of DGCA officers. Let's go across to Kashif Kushro, who has more details on this story. Now, Kashif, the question is that being a relative of an official in the DGCA does not necessarily disqualify you from being a pilot. But is this too much of a coincidence? Tell us the details you have.
Absolutely, Tamanna. Being a relative or a child of a DGCA officer does not qualify or does not construe as any misappropriation. But it is a sheer coincidence, and even if it is, the fact that 7 to 8 top DGCA officers' children are right now pilots in the very airlines they monitor or regulate. In fact, these are the questions which can be asked about conflict of interest as well as of propriety, because remember, DGCA is the only organization in the country which monitors all these airlines, their safety aspects. And when these officers have their children in these very airlines, then the question arises that whether these officers are able to impart their duty impartially. In fact, some of the officers we spoke to, and they did not wish to come on record, said that they had taken prior permissions from the government of India for these children of theirs to be employed in private airlines. But the question still remains, just a permission, is it enough to leave this conflict of interest and propriety alone? Tamanna, that's the basic point.
Well, this extends even beyond these few people, doesn't it, Kashif? Now, we've been talking just a short while ago about the case of Garima Pasi, who is in fact a pilot now with SpiceJet, whose father is a top official in the DGCA. A shocking case where the flying school, which she attended in the United States, disqualified her, said she should terminate her training and was not fit to fly. But here in India, within 5 days, she gets a commercial pilot's license.
Absolutely, Tamanna. I would term this as maybe as the height of nepotism. In fact, to give you a little broader insight into this case of Garima Pasi, she went to America to this Sabina Flying Training Academy. She was repeatedly asked for a review. In fact, some of her instructors said very categorically that she had fear of aircraft and lacked basic control of the aircraft. Now, these were damning a verdict by an American instructor, and they had said very clearly that she should stop training and go back home. She came back home. However, she took herself into a new training school here in Dehradun, where she enrolled and she got her papers cleared in merely 5 days. And it's no coincidence that her father is a top director in the DGCA. Now, we are not telling that this director in the DGCA, her father, is responsible for anything. But the main question is, if a candidate is not allowed to fly in America, has fear of aircraft, how come that pilot is now a pilot of a commercial jetliner in the country? That's the basic question.
Kashif, the question that really emerges is how much of a coincidence can you really write this down to, and where's the issue of propriety? Is it just a coincidence that these top officials' children get in so easily and get their pilot's licenses? What about the danger to people's lives?
Well, Tamanna, on the face of it, nobody's talking about it, but there have been a lot of talk. In fact, the Delhi Crime Branch also has come out and said that this kind of scam of this proportions could not have happened without insider support. And they were clearly hinting at that the rot which is forming inside the DGCA and with the officers of that organization, without which help these pilots could not have gotten these fake certificates or could not have flown without such certificates which are not really warranted. So clearly the passengers' lives are at peril, and the DGCA has to take a huge chunk of that blame.
Well, in fact, this is not the only case that has come through. Thank you for that, Kashif Kushro there. Let us just tell you about the incidents which actually sparked it off. It started with Parminder Gulati, a 38-year-old pilot who was caught first because she kept landing her plane the wrong way. In fact, every aircraft she landed was nosediving constantly, and that's when they decided to check what was wrong. She had a flying record of 600 hours, mind you, and was a pilot with Indigo for 3 years. Just a few days after Parminder Gulati was taken into custody by the crime branch, Mr. Verma got caught. J.K. Verma, and there you see him in the pictures. He has a flying record of 3,000 hours and has been a pilot with Air India for, get this, 22 years. In spite of this, it seems he paid 12 lakh rupees to forge a mark sheet, which eventually got him his commercial pilot's license. Then there's Meenakshi Sehgal, who's currently absconding after the crime branch has been looking for her. She's a pilot with Indigo Airlines, 32 years of age, and is believed to be holding a fake license. She's not the only one. There's Swaran Singh Talwar as well, flying record of 1,500 hours. Imagine how many lives have been endangered there. Civil Aviation Minister Vayala Ravi has spoken out on the Times Now expose. He's saying that he's directed the DGCA to go all out as far as the probe is concerned. But he also says that the charge that there's nepotism within the DGCA cannot be denied.
So there are many documents that are coming out about around 8 to 10 past and serving DGCA officers whose children are also pilots. One of that woman pilot, she has failed in all her exams in the US. She came here and then she is now flying with a private airline. So are we looking at a question of conflict of interest?
No, my DGCA looking into all the cases. One minute. Okay. Thank you, sir.